Hello, I'm Benny Westside, and welcome to the crash course for Silver Surfer. Today we're going to talk about his abilities, T4 upgrades, build marks, ISO 8 options, and Dark Dimension prospects. I also put out infographics along with these videos every time, so check out the link in the description for that. But with that, let's get into it. On spawn, he's going to gain defense up for 1 turn. On any turn, he's going to heal for 5% health. On turn, he's going to gain 15% speed, up to a maximum of 45%. On non-summoned ally death, he's going to gain offense up. When he has offense up, he's going to ignore defense up. He gains additional resistance if there are villain cosmic enemies. He gains additional focus if he has any cosmic hero allies. And if he does have that, he will apply that additional focus to all allies. The T4 upgrade, on spawn, the defense up goes from 1 to 3. It's nice, but I don't think it's a big deal. However, he also lowers resistance by 50% for all enemies with heal block. Considering his first attack is applying heal block to all enemies, it synergizes well with himself. I'm going to call this almost essential. I think this is a very big deal, considering resistance is often a big issue in the game currently. Alright, now let's look at his ultimate. He's going to attack all enemies for piercing and apply heal block. He's going to clear all charges, all positive effects on the primary and apply 2 ability blocks. This attack cannot be blocked or countered. The T4 upgrade adds piercing, very nice, but more importantly, it clears immunity from all enemies before he attacks, and then it increases the heal block from 1 to 2 turns, which means the resistance lowering effect is 2 turns now. I'm gonna call this one essential because clearing that immunity before going is very nice. It works well with his passive. These 2 abilities go hand in hand. Yeah, so I'm gonna call this one essential. Alright, Sentinel of the Spaceways. It's a 5-turn cooldown, but also ready on turn 1. Attack primary for, again, piercing, and apply disrupted. Attack adjacent for piercing, and apply defense down. This attack cannot be countered. The T4 upgrade adds a lot of piercing, and adds an additional turn of disrupted to the primary. I think this is very, very high value, but not essential. Alright, Cosmic Crackle, this is his basic. Attack primary target for 240% piercing. Transfer 2 debuffs from self to the primary. If he didn't have debuffs, he transfers 2 buffs from the primary to himself. This cannot be countered. As far as I know, this won't take taunt. The T4 upgrade makes it to where instead of 2, he transfers all effects, whether it's positive or negative. This is also very, very high value, but not essential. Alright, let's get back to building him. Similar with Ultimus, you're not going to use him in Arena. I don't think so. The way it's designed, it's the 3 core new members, and then these 2 characters work with the team. You can use them in War, Crucible, but in Arena, they're meant to be subbed out for your mythics, legendaries, powerful characters, what have you. So, if you're not going to build him for Arena and you don't want to build him for War, you can absolutely save on some resources for him. However, I think he's a very powerful character, both plug and play and on the team. So I would recommend building him very high. Those base stats are increased to the new meta, so the more you build him, the more you capitalize on that. It all compounds. This is a character where if you ignore him for too long, he will get to his maximum speed, and he just keeps taking turns. He will get rid of all the debuffs that you give him. So he becomes unkillable, especially if you don't have a heal block or a stun. I will say watch out for him. I think he's very valuable. I would recommend building him, and as you can see, I've built him almost all the way. I'm gonna go to 100 when I have the gold. Um, and yeah, gear wise, I built him up. After Dark Dimension 7, I'm probably gonna take him to gear 19 as well. Which actually, let's talk about Dark Dimension prospects. I think he'd be a good character in Cosmic, but I think he's too expensive. He takes four sets of minis. For me, that's a little too much, and he also takes Astral, which is shared with Icarus and, more importantly, Apocalypse. So I don't think you should consider him for your first round, but after that, he's a good one to upgrade. Um, One of the things with him is I see these comparisons where his damage isn't uh, the same as the new characters or Ultimus. The thing is, they looked at the multipliers as well. Uh, the new characters, you might notice, their multipliers and their attacks are lower, but they saw that Silver Surfer has like 600%, 350 as his multipliers, so they balanced it that way. And also keep in mind, all of his abilities are piercing, which means armor, he doesn't care about armor. And one of the other things he has is he often gets offense up, especially if an ally dies. And when he does have offense up, he also ignores defense up. So he has compounding damage, so he's gonna be big, uh, or he's gonna be powerful. In terms of isolate classes, you can run him striker or raider. I think it's gonna matter on the comp that you're running and what you're running into. Similar with Ultimus, I think these characters are going to be able to flex both striker and raider very well. Him doing this buff exchange on his basic or his ISO is very powerful, very valuable. So he will be a great striker. He has big damage. He also has a lot of multi-hit abilities. So Raider is also very good on him. It's based on preference, comp, and what you're going into. I think that about covers it. We've talked about everything. I pulled the 3 diamonds. Before that, I had pulled 2 way before his rework. Would I have gone to the 3rd diamond if I hadn't pulled it? Probably. I think I think he's great. So I'm very happy that he's back in the meta. Um, yeah. So those are my thoughts on Silver Surfer. Thank you for going over his kit with me. Please do check out the infographic in the description below. I hope that is helpful for you. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next one.